Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. Rice, baby. People deluded. I'm back again. I've probably done about 20 million videos on Declan Rice. I love the fact that we might be getting this footballer. Love what he could bring to Arsenal. But I'm happy that, you know, this saga seems to be reaching its conclusion. And at least until he's in an Arsenal shirt, I don't have to see his face again in a nice way. Now, obviously, as we know, medicals and all of these things, we need to urge caution. We need to get over the line. Nothing is done until I's are dotted, T's are crossed. The man's holding up shirts and scarves and saying he used to be an Arsenal player. Now, we've been trying to talk to this player for a number of months now. You've heard Mikel Arteta has had him at his house, told him how he ties in individually and collectively to our project, what he can do, how we can improve him. You know, we've had about 2 bids rejected, technically 3, but it seems like, you know, we've managed to get around the framework of the deal or give West Ham whatever they reckon they want, really. And it seems like there's been a compromise, really. We heard a sticking point was not only the fact that they're adamant they want 100 million, which for a player with a year left on his deal and the option of another is fantastic, but also the structure of the deal, in particular, the guaranteed part. You know, you hear they want it over 2025. We'll have to see in days and whatnot to come the whole breakdown of this move, but it's nice to see we're reaching a conclusion. You know, Kai Havertz is at this moment in time has said goodbye to Chelsea fans. We've seen obviously the Arsenal stuff leaked with him already, and that was a worst kept secret. We're moving closer to bringing in Ajax's Timber. Allegedly, it will be 41.5 million quid, but all different journalists say several things. But where Mikel Arteta's number one target is concerned, you've missed the Declan Rice. I like what Timber can bring to the table and how he can give us fantastic depths and options and challenge the Benjamin Whites and Saliba for spots. With Kai Havertz, I think I'm just going to have to rely on Mikel Arteta to show me why he spent 65, 70 odd million on him, because I do think he's got a good technical base. But in terms of immediately improving us, I'm not sure. Declan Rice takes our midfield up another level. He gives us athleticism. He gives us tenacity. The man's always fit. Premier League proven, lovely leadership qualities. Happy to have the man. Really, for what you can see, David Ornstein and all the journalists 32 minutes ago, Arsenal agree fee with West Ham for Declan Rice transfer. Arsenal have agreed £105 million fee with West Ham for the signing of Declan Rice. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts and smash the like button. The two clubs are in the process of trying to resolve payment terms. Manchester City pulled out of the race on Wednesday following Arsenal's improved bid worth up to 105 million quid or $133 million. City had matched Arsenal's £90 million proposal, offering an increase sum up front, only for both sides to be rejected. But Arsenal on Tuesday evening returned with an initial fee of 100 million and an extra 5 million in add-ons, probably in terms of what he achieves individually and collectively at this football club. Arsenal up their bid to try and secure manager Mikel Arteta's top summer target. It will be a Premier League records fee for a British player if the move materializes. Now, Declan Rice ain't an idiot. He knows there's going to be a great degree of scrutiny. With the greatest of respect to West Ham, you know, playing for Arsenal is a different ball game. Everything he does, right or wrong, is going to be judged. The price tag is going to be something. And obviously, where Mikel Arteta is concerned, spent a lot of money last summer, spent a lot of, well, Declan Rice and Kai Havertz and Timber, without talking about any other additions, is going to be a pretty sum. So it's going to have to be justified. For West Ham, it's, you know, 100 odd million, 100 rising to 105 million for a player with a year left on their deal after obviously winning a cup with them. Congratulations again to West Ham. It's a fantastic ending. It's good for them because now they can get on with rebuilding their side, whether that's one individual or several players in place of Declan Rice in the center of the park or any others. Happy to have Declan Rice, man. immediately challenge Partey for that 6 role, maybe could be groomed into that 8 role. You know, with Timber as well, indirectly, there might be a game or games Declan Rice has to fill in at centre half. I see what John Stones is doing over there at Manchester City, and I'd love for Declan Rice to do that of his own. The man's always fit. There's a lot to like, and I think he will make an immediate impact at Arsenal. That's why I'm not really worried about the price tag, because it's, you know, obviously when you're bought for 100 odd million, people are going to want Declan Rice to be a destroyer in the middle of the park, score 20 goals, get 20 assists. It's not going to be like that. But if he does what he does in the claret shirt, in a red shirt, happy with it. And I'm happy as well because Arteta's got his number one target, really, you know, where Mudrik's concerned, Vlahovic, Rafinha, Locatelli. We've seen how these things have gone, people. And it's nice to see us continuously try and buy Premier League players in the last 18 months. Good ones, not the Williams and Cedrics of this world. So yeah, that's what David Ornstein said. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know your thoughts. West Ham have just communicated to Arsenal that they're accepting 100 million plus 5 million in add-ons for Declan Rice. So clearly, Arsenal in the West Ham boardroom, they managed to make a framework of this deal to work for everyone. Maybe West Ham had to budge on what, you know, when they want their money paid up. Maybe Arsenal had to become acceptance of that. Fundamentally, Mikel Arteta, who we've heard been pushing for this deal, has got his man. Let's make it work with him, Havertz, potentially even Lavia, which is probably the next saga now, and obviously Timber. The two clubs remain in talks over deal structure and payment terms, as West Ham want 100 million to be paid within 18 months. Obviously, you're probably relying on the Cronkies to get their money out, because we're probably going to have to even more so consistently qualify for Champions League. Final discussions and then done deal. So we have to urge caution. Not quite ready for a medical and all of these things, but personal terms we've heard have been done and they're not an issue. If we're going to accept the deal, then Declan Rice probably has to cut his holiday short, do his medical, and join the Ramsdales, the Benjamin Whites, the Bakayo Sakas, technically Smith Rowe as well, of the England boys that have been capped at national team, to join Arsenal. And I'm happy with Rice. You know, he's 24 and he's got a wealth of experience. Immediately, I want to see you be a leader within this team. You know, if Xhaka leaves, Declan Rice kind of replaces not just a midfield body, but that experience factor. I look at Declan Rice, and actually, whether you rate Kai Havertz or not, in the same way I looked at Ramsdale coming into this team. You know, you've been in a relegation fight. You know how serious football is. Martin Odegaard, despite being the same age or more or less as as Declan Rice, wealth of experience. And there's several other players of that ilk as well. So I want to see you lot hit the ground running. Declan Rice has his wish of playing in the Champions League. Not going to be assured trophies quite like Manchester City, but it is what it is. And I'm happy that Arsenal have got the deal over the line, because it did look a bit, you know, when City are bidding, you know how this story goes. Declan Rice isn't, as much as I like him, it's not that much of an L for City. They've got Rodri, they've got several other targets. They're the biggest and baddest in the land. Now, I'm sure Mikel Arteta, whether it was Zubamendi, whether it was Fofana or whatever, the club have alternative targets, but it wouldn't have been a good look. Now, the world goes on. It wouldn't have been a good look if we could not get a Caicedo or a Declan Rice. So happy to have him. Allegedly, we tried to get him in January. Arsenal agree £105 million Declan Rice deal after City pulled out. They helped us. West Ham and Arsenal are finalising minor issues on the structure, as you can see here. Arsenal made a third offer of 100 million plus 5 million add-ons last night, Tuesday night, and only minor issues relating to the structure of the deal remain to be completed on Wednesday evening. City had a £90 million bid rejected early on Tuesday and did not want to go as high as Arsenal. So if we get Havertz, Timber and Rice, everyone's quick to criticise their due, and rightly so or wrongly. Everyone, you know, whether if Arteta does good or bad on the pitch, the players, you need to be criticised. I think it's a bit unfair because you don't know what Edu and his team are doing. We cannot see what he's doing. So it's a good look for him. Obviously, allegedly, Pep Guardiola wanted him to replace Gundogan, while not like for like. So I have to see. Apparently, insiders at West Ham had expected City to make an improved offer. So maybe West Ham have kind of pushed the needle out too much. City are not going back in. Newcastle have been linked. They've moved away. Bayern Munich have moved away. Man United have moved away. Maybe it was this or nothing. And, you know, they could probably sell him and take, you know, if City go back in for a £90 million offer, if Arsenal moved away, that's still a lot of money, but it would have been egg on faces, really and truly. So happy to have him, really and truly, if I'm completely honest with you. Chelsea, Manchester United and Bayern Munich had also looked at signing Rice, but Arsenal had been front of the queue since Christmas, and details are coming out that we've been speaking with him all during and just before and after the World Cup as well, people. Obviously, we initially bidded 75 million plus 15 million in add-ons. It didn't happen. West Ham were not happy with the proposal to spread the guaranteed portion of the payments over 5 years. The size of Arsenal's offer is acceptable to West Ham, who used Jude Bellingham's move to Real Madrid as a guide point during negotiations, people. So we'll have to see exactly what's going down. We all know he's recently become a father. We all know long-term, you know, finalizing terms over a deal won't be an issue. If we've been talking to him for this long, but you know, his dad's his advisor. He has to have known the length of contract, the wages, and the bonuses he was going to get. We all know he's got a young family and wanted to allegedly remain in London, having just become a father. Apparently, Mikel Arteta has made it clear to Rice well he'll fit into the team and plans to build his midfield around the player and Kai Havertz, who's more or less due to join from Chelsea. We also want to sign Timber. Apparently, we're moving closer to a 50 million odd pound deal for that, and there's still an interest in Lavia, people. And you know, the Thomas Partey's and Granit Xhaka's have been linked with moves away. For Granit Xhaka, it seems more tangible than Partey because allegedly he's agreed a deal to go Leverkusen. We've heard Saudi Arabia and Italian clubs, specifically Juventus, now interested in Partey, and West Ham have been linked with Ward-Prowse, Paulinho, Zakaria. So now it allows them to get a move on and do what they're doing. Really great business for West Ham. You know, it shows the beautiful thing about football. You know, released by Chelsea, come through West Ham's academy, gone all the way to the first team, won a trophy, stayed last year when he said he wanted to leave as well. So it is what it is, really. I don't know if Declan Rice has put pressure on West Ham to say, listen, we had a gentleman's agreement, let's get it done. Maybe Arsenal have held their bottle and maybe they knew City were going to walk away. Who knows? Who cares? Just get it done. Arsenal finally reached 105 million agreement with West Ham for Declan Rice. Personal terms are a formality, people. City have called their interest. Happy to have it. Once again, the third offer was 100 million pounds in guaranteed cash plus a 5 million in bonuses. So for a player with a year left on their deal, someone that's become a seasoned vet at international level and the go-to man for West Ham. I know it's difficult to accept he's going. Arsenal fans, definitely during the Emirates era, we've become accustomed to this. It is what it is. Apparently, we're just ironing out and finalizing minor details on the deal. West Ham ideally want the cash to be paid in 2 installments by the start of 2025. I don't know if that's changed or whatnot, but the issue has been described as minor and not a point that will see the deal collapse, with both clubs now working towards reaching an agreement rather than haggling over the price. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on. It's thought he'll get 250 odd grand a week. So Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Saliba, Saka, Martinelli's new deal probably pushes our wage bill up there. We need to get rid of the likes of the Pepes, etc. We've got to remember there's talk around Benjamin White, Odegaard, Ramsdale. In fact, Ramsdale signed a new deal. Obviously, on paper, we still got Granit Xhaka's, Partey's contract, Tierney's contract. I say them names because they're linked with moves away and we don't know what's going to happen. Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah have also signed new deals. So probably need to get a move on without goings, and hopefully we can bring a couple of more in, people. Allegedly, Arsenal has always been Rice's preferred destination, so that will endear you to Arsenal fans. And I see him as one day being one of the captains of the team. I don't know how long Odegaard's going to be here, but I can't imagine his captain's band gets stripped. But you don't need to wear the armband. So welcome, Declan Rice. Welcome, Declan Rice, man. 15 goals in 245 appearances, capped 43 times by England, and a Conference League winner. So he's got the appetite for trophies and the appetite to want to do better. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on in that regards. Has Fabrizio Romano provided any update? Let me know your thoughts as well, folks. Kai Havertz is officially signed for Arsenal, actually, as you can see here. This is great stuff. Perfect stuff, really and truly. Here, Arsenal finally announced it. Well, they haven't put it on their website, but you've seen the post. So yeah, welcome to Arsenal, Kai Havertz as well, people. So yeah, big up everybody tuned in. Let me know your thoughts. In fact, I'm lying. While I can't see an official article on Kai Havertz at Arsenal Football Club, 13 things you may not know about him. I know he likes donkeys. I know he picked the number 29 because him and his brother used to play Pro Evo. Apparently, he grew up idolizing Kaká and Zidane, people. Ronaldinho and Iniesta. So make sure you show us that. Apparently, he's a record holder as well. One of the first players at Leverkusen to reach 50 Bundesliga appearances. So come and show us something. And I'm happy to have you, Kai Havertz. Again, I didn't call you Shy Havertz. Who called him that, really? No clue why there's not anything confirmed on Arsenal.com there, people. That's a bit annoying. Let me go on Arsenal's Twitter page, in fact. Really, maybe... I've just come true too soon. In fact, well, they've uploaded the video that has been leaked. You'd imagine there'll be footage in due course. So let me know your thoughts on Declan Rice. Let me know your thoughts on Kai Havertz. Let me know your thoughts on potentially Timber and Lavia, how they tie in. Do you think Rice or Kai Havertz are worth the money? Again, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and the rest of it. Stay blessed. Take care. Your boy's out, man. One love for tuning in.
There's always that accurate defending. I think it's like